Naptown Tuner is going to talk about a turbo modification. So stick with me. I'm going to talk about turbos just a little bit. Naptown Tuner loves turbos, okay? Let me tell you where my love first started. If my memory serves me correctly, it was quite some time ago, just shortly after I graduated high school. Well, first, I got into the rear-wheel drive car world. If you want a cool car, in my humble opinion, I like rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Front-wheel drive does not have the special sauce, okay? I don't care what you do to it. Rear-wheel drive is so much fun. Rear-wheel drive got me in trouble though. I cannot have a powerful rear-wheel drive vehicle on the road because I will drift it too much. And I'm not some awesome drifter or whatever, but I did drift even in a couple amateur events, and I never reached any kind of good level or whatever because I blew up, I don't know, through 3 or 4 engines, couple clutches, broke a couple different rear ends, I wrecked a couple cars. I did it enough to where I wasted probably over $30,000 easy. Maybe pushing towards 40,000. I still have a collection of all kinds of drift parts. But one of my first cars that I built was twin turbo 300ZX. It was 1990. I purchased it. It was dead on 2 cylinders. I went all the way up to Fort Wayne, which was like an hour and a half away. Parked my car there, drove it back, the 300ZX on 4 out of 6 cylinders. I didn't know if I was going to be stranded on the way home. The thing was really raggedy, but the body was pretty nice. You know, a window was stuck down. The interior was rough. I'm not the type of person that gets sentimental and saves pictures and saves videos and stuff. I don't have any of it. But I did tune it. Funny enough, I've got the ECU right over here. This is my Z1 Motorsports ECU. It was tuned for 400 rear-wheel horsepower. And at the same time, I had a 240SX, and I put a GT2871R on it, and that put out about 400 rear-wheel horsepower as well. If you want to listen more about some of my car history, let me know in the comments. This video really is about a turbo blanket. It's about a turbo blanket on a 2.0T tfsi direct injected Audi engine, 2009, 2016. I had it sitting for a while. I have a CTS k04 turbo that I was thinking about putting in my personal car, but I'm holding off. I've already got a k04 car. I've got a k04 manual transmission A4. It's not S-line, but it's got all the options but S-line. Anyway, so finally I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can fit this turbo blanket on my personal vehicle. I'm putting this engine in my Q5. And that Q5 is gonna be my main tow vehicle, my main work vehicle. In my opinion, pretty much everything I have is for work. My life is kind of centered around work because I just want to be the most productive possible. If I'm doing something as a hobby, I want it to still be intertwined in my work. So I like to diversify myself in different interests, but it has to be useful to my life. It can't be like computer gaming. It can't be like I don't even watch TV, just so you know. I haven't watched TV for years. I do have a TV in my house, but I have not turned it on for years, promise. I watch a lot of YouTube. I do. YouTube tons, but I'm trying to be productive whenever I watch YouTube. And also I'm trying to give back. So if I learn if anything is valuable that you see, please hit that like button, because as much as I'm trying to learn, I'm only 4 months into this at this point, but I'm trying to pass on as much as I can. And for a long time, I didn't want to, because it's like, why would I want to show all my trade secrets to everyone else and get competition? But you know what? At a certain point, you just got to give it away and help the world. Otherwise, I see it as a little bit maybe selfish, but I have more talent than just working on one engine. This is silly. I can work on everything. I only choose to work on this one engine because I can hone in very specifically, and I can have part shelf. I can store up all my knowledge and parts, and look at all these engines I have laying around. Engine, there's an engine back there. There's a couple engines over here. I got an engine right there. I got an engine right there. I got 2.0T stuff coming out my ears. Anyway, let's get back to the turbo blanket. Turbo blankets are very effective and very cheap for a modification. You're gonna have to do your own research. It's been a while since I've done the research, but the thermal efficiency of the turbo, it actually spools up faster. You actually get more boost quicker. Also, it keeps the underhood temperatures down. It keeps the heat away from the intake side of the turbo. Also, there's a turbo muffler that's built inside this snout right here. There's a couple holes on it. I do have a video specifically about that. I'm not gonna get too deep into the turbo muffler. Look through my videos on turbo modifications, and I talk about a couple different turbo mufflers on this car that are worth removing. Anyway, I do have this special clip on the wastegate, and this is a newer turbo, but take a look at how I fitted this blanket, because I guarantee it's not the way most people fit the blanket. I was not happy with the fitment at all, and I did have to remove, it's probably gonna have to happen with the turbo out or with the engine out. I did have to remove this engine mount to the, cradles the starter here. I pulled this out, and I fitted the turbo blanket with the turbo installed. You could probably take the turbo off and fit it the same way, but what I like to do, I really didn't like how this blanket would have obstructed not only my clip, but my linkage. Can you see that? I did not want any chances of anything getting bound up or restricted with my linkage. That was very important to me. So I was able to tuck this ear of the blanket underneath this mount. And then I simply just used various spots for the springs. And I tucked the turbo blanket all the way around, put a spring right here. See that? And then check out how the turbo blanket just kind of rolls around here, and everything's completely good with the linkage here. Can you see that? Let's see if we can get a good look. I'm happy with the fitment though, after I'm done with, so catalytic converter, no, it's getting removed. It's gonna have a test pipe, and this particular vehicle is gonna be stage 2 tuned with integrated engineering. I use integrated engineering because they sell you a dongle and you can tune it yourself. And I have already tuned 3 vehicles with integrated engineering, and I left a review on their website. If integrated engineering, if you want to give me something for the shout out, hit up Naptown Tuner. So, turbo blanket. You can get it for, can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but I think it's somewhere around $100. And if you'll notice, there's more expensive brands and cheaper brands, but they all look the same. When you're buying something, a lot of times a more expensive brand will rebrand their name on it and jack up the price 3 or 4 times. It even happens with Snap-on and Matco and name brands like this. I can buy the exact same thing that I can buy from Harbor Freight. I have examples, but that's not what this is about. If you like the turbo blanket, if you want to fit a turbo blanket on your own vehicle, give me a thumbs up for this video. Give me a comment. Help me out with my next ideas for my next videos. I'm trying to be more interactive with you people, and I'm trying to help more. All right, even though I'm very busy and I'm doing my own work. this is not gonna make me money at all. I mean, there's people with 500,000 subscribers and they say that, you know, they only make like $60,000, $70,000 a year. And I will absolutely never in my dreams even get to a money-making avenue on this page. Not unless I do some weird stuff like tie it to a business. And I don't have a business. I just work out of my garage, and honestly, I don't make very much money. This is a hobby. Okay, so haters gonna hate. Everybody else, thumbs up. Catch you next time.